I'd like everybody to entertain the fact that many things can be true at once. We can say that the Affordable Care Act that Republicans branded as Obamacare, because they don't want to be credited for being any part of a bipartisan effort that was a compromise of something that was drafted by the Heritage Foundation, a right-wing think tank. It's a combination of neoliberalism, like working with the public-private sector partnership in a marketplace solution, which is a right-wing thing. We can say the ACA, while covering more people and covering people with pre-existing conditions, wasn't that great of a plan, but was still better than what was before it, because more people were not covered. That was worse, because people who had pre-existing conditions in other countries, that would merely be referred to as your medical history. We could say both of them suck, and we need a better plan. And I know people will sit there and whine and complain. And when I say we should have universal single-payer healthcare, something like Bernie Sanders' Medicare for all, he's saying that because we already have a Medicare system. So just broadening that as a transition and expanding it to more people, that would be better. I would be in favor of whatever best model literally everyone contributes to that can contribute and covers everybody, even people that are visiting America, to get, like primary care services if they need it. Because we should want people to use the cheapest form of healthcare rather than the most expensive, where a lot of people in America get the most expensive care because they can't afford to see a doctor, so they end up going to emergency care, which costs everybody too much. So if you want to complain about the idea of a universal healthcare system and you don't want to pay for other people's care, congratulations. You're too stupid to understand the argument because you're already paying for it. If someone needs emergency care and can't afford it, the bills still have to get paid, and that gets paid collectively by all of us. You are already paying for shitty insurance. You are already paying a mafia middleman that makes the most money from denying the most people care. I think that's barbarism, because it is. I think we should have a universal system with cost controls, because a lot of the costs are artificially inflated, right? And, if we're all in, if we're all part of it, we're paying for everything. So that means we can kind of investigate the things that are having impacts on people's health outcomes, so we can do systematic and systemic reforms on broad-based policy so people can be healthier. So that might lead to people getting a right to healthy food and getting delivery of healthy food, getting, access to resources like learning to cook healthier food, going to collective places where people make food for lots of people that are healthy, having initiatives where people are getting out there to the community, having more time to do these kinds of things, getting healthy routines, working less hours, having more vacation time, which are all healthy things. If everybody's getting their wants and needs met, also the crime rate goes down, and it would be more affordable across the board. It would cost us probably less than half what we already pay for shitty care. So excuse me for having a common sense position on this. You have just been fed a lot of propaganda, and you're overly defensive of a very indefensible, barbaric system that is costly and is killing more people than necessary. I'm not saying we should sign off on more people dying than need to. You are, by defending the current system, and not saying we should have a universal healthcare model that is free at the point of use, that is paid for by tax dollars, that is more efficient, more affordable care for all of us, instead of just a predatory mafia middleman that, it's also kind of money laundering a bit. Like, these guys take their profits and then donate to both sides to keep this shitty system in place. Why we ever allowed this in the first place is wild to me. Apparently in 1945, we could have had a universal healthcare system, but the right wing shut it down. Go figure. Because the right wing sucks at fucking everything on policy. They just do. Republican Party is just a straight up fascist party. They've literally argued that they can spray our crops with chemical spray that includes PFAS. That's the forever chemical that we know causes lots and lots and lots of cancers. Excuse me if I don't believe that the right wing has any solutions whatsoever. And I also don't believe that the right wing of the establishment Democratic, corporatist, nationalist party, both parties are nationalists. Just one is a little bit more willing to show their really ugly side to all of us. So anyway, if you disagree with me, that's just your problem. You don't care about facts. And if we want to have a discussion about it, we need a shared set of facts. I've looked into it. I've looked into it a lot. So if you haven't, that's a you problem. If you believe the propaganda, also a you problem. There's literally trillions of dollars spent on, attacking ideas like this and others. It's not because they're wrong. It's because they don't serve billionaires and multimillionaires, and they don't make powerful corporations dominate literally everything, market consolidation, or like literally giving them carte blanche to poison us and to steal our water, drive up the cost of everything, housing, and life insurance. Makes it nearly impossible now to get homeowners insurance in certain places like Florida, California. We're struggling. This is because of these corporations. It's because of the oligarchs, folks. It's not because of poor people. It's not because of immigrants. It's not because of trans people. It's not because of brown and black people. It's because of mega wealthy people and the corporations that dominate literally everything. So anyway, have fun with that. If you don't like it, stay mad. If you're with me, give me a like, give me a comment. Like, hey, I support your stuff. Appreciate it. Hell yeah, universal health care. Hell yeah, tax the fucking rich people so we can actually have a fair system, because we all built it, but we're not all benefiting from it, are we? All right, bye.